thing where she's like crying, but kind of that childlike thing.
Walk through the door, drop his bags, daddy's home, take his phone, Friday night, Shabbat Shalom, throw it in the junk drawer, and it was just all up.
Erika Kirk, a psychopath? That's the question that a couple of American readers of The Wisdom of Psychopaths have asked me quite independently over the past couple.
The accusations have followed her from the beginning. Not that she's dramatic, but that she's performing. The way Erika Kirk has navigated her husband's death has raised eyebrows across the nation. Perfect tears that fall exactly when cameras roll. Breakdowns that seem choreographed to the second. Then, just as quickly, she's composed, poised, and ready for her close-up. For months, critics have whispered about her theatrical presence. But what if they weren't just being cruel? What if there was something deeper, a hidden connection that explains everything? A recently resurfaced link to Disney has pulled back the curtain on Erika's past, revealing years spent among trained actors, performance coaches, and media professionals, and once you see it, the pieces start falling into place. The evidence emerged quietly at first, a single photograph from 2014. In it, Erika Kirk stands beside David Henry, the Disney Channel star best known for Wizards of Waverly Place. They're close, comfortable, smiling like old friends. But this wasn't just a casual fan photo. Erika's caption revealed something more deliberate. She wrote passionately about their friendship, about purpose and calling, about changing the world together. She specifically called David a friend who understood her mission. The word she used was friends, not acquaintance, not industry contact, friends. The photo's reappearance sent social media into a frenzy. The question everyone started asking was simple but troubling. How exactly did a future political figure become friends with a trained Disney actor? Because David Henry wasn't just any performer. He was molded by the Disney machine, trained in scripted delivery, media coaching, emotional performance, and camera presence. Everything Erika now displays with unsettling precision. Since September 10th, the day Charlie Kirk was fatally shot during a live event at Utah Valley University, Erika has been impossible to avoid. She's appeared on Fox News multiple times, conducted numerous interviews, attended high-profile political gatherings, and stood alongside figures like Donald Trump himself. Every single appearance has been flawless, camera ready, emotionally calibrated, perfectly presented. This level of media sophistication doesn't materialize overnight. Now, to be fair, David Henry has largely stayed away from political commentary. His public statements have focused more on faith, particularly after his role in the film Little Boy reignited his spiritual beliefs. That connection might explain some overlap with Erika's world, but it doesn't explain how she was already moving through entertainment-adjacent circles years before tragedy thrust her into the national spotlight. When you step back and examine the full picture, a pattern emerges. Erika Kirk wasn't just a political spouse living in her husband's shadow. She had pageant experience. She was crowned Miss Arizona USA 2012.
USA 2012 is Erika Franzwey.
She had reality television exposure. She had spent years in performance-based environments where every gesture, every word, every emotion is calculated for maximum impact. Let's be honest about what these experiences really are. Pageants are performances. Reality TV is scripted behavior. Faith-based media appearances require acting skills. These aren't casual hobbies, they're training grounds. So when observers ask why her grief looks staged, or why she can cry on command, then immediately switch to composed confidence. This Disney connection transforms those questions from cruel speculation into legitimate concerns. If she spent years surrounded by actors, performance coaches, pageant training, and media professionals, then what we're witnessing now might not be authentic grief at all. It might be the most important role she's ever played. To truly understand what's happening, we need to examine her on-camera moments frame by frame, because once you recognize the pattern, it's impossible to ignore. The moment that stopped people in their tracks happened at Charlie Kirk's memorial. The 22-year-old suspect had already been arrested. The room was heavy with grief and shock. All eyes turned to Erika as she approached the microphone to speak. Then came the pause. Not a natural hesitation born from overwhelming emotion, not a stumble searching for words. This was different. It was a calculated beat, like an actor taking a breath before their big line. And then she said it. She forgave him. She forgave the young man who had just killed her husband.
That young man. That young man. On the cross, our Savior said,
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Now, given Erika's deep Christian faith, the concept of forgiveness itself makes sense. Many understood the theological foundation of her statement, but here's what made people deeply uncomfortable. It wasn't what she said, it was how she said it. If you listen carefully to the audio, you can hear her rehearsing the line under her breath before delivering it publicly. She whispers, "that young man," quietly, almost like an actress running her line one final time before the cameras roll. She's preparing herself, setting up the emotional peak, ensuring the delivery will land exactly right. Then she delivers the line fully, clearly, with perfect emotional weight. The crowd's response is immediate and powerful. Applause, cheers, a collective release of tension. The room shifts. The moment lands exactly as it was designed to. But that wasn't the only disturbing moment captured on camera. Shortly after that speech went viral, another clip began circulating that made everything feel exponentially worse. This footage allegedly shows Erika Kirk moments before taking the stage at her husband's memorial service. In the video, she appears to be applying something to her eyes, something online observers claim could be a tear-inducing solution. No one has officially confirmed what the substance was, but the timing is what transformed discomfort into suspicion. This wasn't hours before the event. This wasn't private preparation in a dressing room. This was seconds before she stepped up to that microphone, before the pauses, before the tears, before that perfectly placed forgiveness declaration. But the most controversial moment came when Erika recorded herself with Charlie's body. She filmed herself crying, kissing his hand, telling him she loved him, speaking directly to him as if he could still hear her words. Now, grief manifests differently for everyone. No one disputes that truth. But here's where the situation became genuinely confusing. This happened after Erika had publicly requested privacy. She had asked the world to stop speculating, demanded that people give her space to mourn. And yet she was the one who pulled out her phone during one of the most intimate, sacred moments imaginable. She filmed it herself, she edited it, she uploaded it to Instagram for millions of strangers to witness.
Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. I know. I love you. I love you. God bless you.
That's when people began asking the question that wouldn't go away. Who is this performance for? Because if you genuinely want privacy, you don't typically document your most vulnerable moments and broadcast them to the world. And this is where the situation became openly hostile within political circles. Even Candace Owens publicly called out the behavior, and these two have been on opposite sides since Charlie's death. Candace has openly questioned the official narrative, stating she believes multiple people were involved in the shooting. She's been vocal about timeline inconsistencies and details that don't align with the public story. So when Candace saw Erika posting those videos, she didn't see a private moment of grief. She saw a calculated performance designed for public consumption.
Grieves differently. I wouldn't even record myself over a casket ever, okay? Some people maybe perhaps want to have that memory, but the decision to publish that, you crying over your husband's casket, and to publish his dead body on Instagram was a decision that was made by Erika.
Whether people agree with Candace's broader theories or not, her reaction mattered because it revealed that even figures within the same political movement were deeply uncomfortable with what they were witnessing. The scrutiny intensified. People began dissecting how Erika dresses, noting that her appearance doesn't exactly align with traditional expectations of a grieving widow. Not that grief has a dress code, but when every single element appears intentional, people notice the construction. And then the bigger speculation emerged. Erika isn't just surviving her husband's death. She's positioning herself, leveraging the sympathy, building visibility, and systematically stepping into power. Some observers are even whispering about her political ambitions. Rumors that she could be eyeing a significant role in the future, perhaps even something as audacious as being floated as a potential running mate for J.D. Vance down the line. Regardless of where the truth actually lies, none of this feels isolated anymore.
The way she went up on stage saying she forgives the suspect because that's what Christianity would want her to do. Yeah, let's just go ahead and forgive the man who murdered your husband, or maybe he didn't, but that's a conversation for another video. Regardless, it really feels like the Trump administration,
The Disney connection, the pageant training, the reality TV experience, the media coaching, the perfectly timed emotional moments, the strategic public appearances. When you assemble all the pieces, it doesn't feel accidental. It feels curated. It feels designed. Now, I'm not claiming Erika isn't experiencing genuine pain. That's not the argument being made here. What I am saying is this: the way she's displaying that grief looks extraordinarily practiced, and that difference between authentic emotion and performed emotion is what's keeping this story alive.